Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Sketch. Today and only today we are here to review Nintendo's 2020 lineup. That's right, with Age of Calamity out now, we've basically gotten every major Nintendo release of the year, whether it's HD port, whether it's new release, whether it's all this indies or major stuff. Anyways, most things are out there, and yeah, I mean, like, look, given now, here's the thing we gotta remember, right? I think we do, when comparing this to other years of the Switch, we do have to keep in mind that this year was affected by a major virus that might have fucked up humanity. So to like specifically go one-to-one and look at it compared to other Nintendo years, I don't think it's necessarily fair, because I'm sure there was a lot of internal delays. I really do think this year was set to be kind of a major year for Nintendo, but a lot of things got set back. I'm sure like 2 to 3 months of work, like changing setup from working from home to like all this stuff. It's like, I'm sure it fucked up a lot of things for a lot of people, so I'm sure a lot of games got pushed. But again, let's just go through month by month through the game releases, the DLC, and everything, and just discuss overall how I felt about this year and all that jazz. So we begin in January with Tokyo Mirage Session #FE Encore. Holy shit, still a horrible name. And again, a game that I think still served its audience, but I don't think this broke in. You know, I don't think this is one of those. We've seen a lot of times with the Wii U ports for the Switch that it helped those games boost up and almost like maybe get hype for a sequel or stuff like this. I feel like this one kind of came and went under the radar. I still think it's a little too niche. I still think it's a little too weird. I personally didn't enjoy playing it too much. I thought I would, because I like the idea of a Fire Emblem mixed with a Japanese singing kind of JRPG style thing. It was weird, but it wasn't enough for me, and I don't think it was enough for the fans, because it did not end up selling too well. Then we take a break in February and go to March, because in March, that's when Nintendo's lineup kind of starts. We have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX Remake. Now, this was really cool. Again, I didn't get this yet, but I heard from a lot of fans that it was a pretty good, faithful remake of the original game, and I think it sets precedent for this franchise to return. You know, Mystery Dungeon has kind of been dying off for the past few years. The games have kind of gone progressively more and more mess, so it was kind of fun to go back to its roots, see this new art style, and the game sold 1 million copies at full price, so you definitely know Game Freak's gonna make more of them. Maybe not next year, but within a year or two. It at least keeps the Mystery Dungeon franchise safe, because I know it means a lot to a lot of people. Again, it's a franchise I played every so often, but I'm not the biggest fan of. But again, good stuff for those people. And of course, how can we forget March 26th, I would arguably say the game of 2020 that defined the year, Animal Crossing New Horizons. This, like, dude, if in January this year, right before we knew everything was gonna go to shit, you had told me, hey Fidel, Animal Crossing is going to sell near 30 million copies, right, and be nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards, I would have literally fucking backhand you on the head, fucking told you to get out of my face, you're a liar and a bitch. But now I'm a liar and a bitch, because here we are. That game is massive. It is now, you know, Animal Crossing has been getting progressively bigger and bigger by game, but this game put it on another pedestal of insanity. Again, this game is at 26 million units right now, and that's before the big holiday rush, in less than a fucking year. Obviously, this game was helped by the pandemic. It was also like a global cultural phenomenon. Like, it took over meme culture, and even like so many people I know bought Switches due to this. It was massive because we were all stuck inside. I wanted a place to escape and go to. I mean, like, say what you want about the game, but like the way it's getting content over time, the way it's selling, it continues to sell insanely well, and the way it continues to be part of the conversation of the world nowadays is such a massive feat. So congrats to the team and all that, because this is the game that defined 2020, no matter what you say. This was they're almost their fall juggernaut, but that came out in March. So after that, there was a big break kind of in April, and then we go to May, where we got 2 games. We got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and Clubhouse 51 games. Now for Xenoblade, this was a great remake. I think they did an amazing job updating the visuals. The new remake soundtracks were awesome. I will say the future connected DLC was a miss for a lot of people. It doesn't seem like it was what people thought like Torna would be, where it would be like this massive thing that people really stand by. I think it was just more of like, here's more Xenoblade play in some way. But either way, really happy that this remake exists for fans to play. And again, it made it another million seller for Monolith Soft, cementing them again as one of Nintendo's rising studios and one of the best ones out there. So good job on Monolith, and I'm happy that Xenoblade sold so well and did very well. And Clubhouse 51 Games. Now, Clubhouse 51 Games, you know, we like to meme around a lot how it's the game of the year. I had a lot of fun with this game the first few weeks it was out. You know, I remember playing it on streams with friends. I remember just playing it, like, whether it's offline or online, whether it's like the Uno game or even playing chess or playing some of the other mini games in there. It's like, it was just a fun little package. And again, it's one of those little releases that it also sold 1 million copies. And again, it's a super fun game if you had local co-op or online co-op in there. I wish they almost added more. I understand it's Clubhouse 51 Games, but this game would have been prime for DLC and stuff like that. But either way, really fun release, a smaller one but a good one. And then in July, we have one of my absolute favorite games of the year, Paper Mario and the Origami King. This is kind of the end of, I wonder, the trilogy of Paper Mario, like in this new art style, whether it's Sticker Star and Color Splash and Origami King. And I think Origami King was by far the best. I think it was the closest we've ever gone back to Paper Mario's roots, not in the sense of the RPG stuff, because they've pretty much removed all the RPG stuff, but in terms of just visual areas, right? Like, you had this beautiful, like, Tokyo Dojo kind of place, right? You had like this cool, like, Hollywood desert in there. You fucking got, what else? You got like a cool yacht area, like a whole Wind Waker like sections. Like, they've got really creative and fun sections. The writing was unbelievably funny. Like, this is one of those games where I genuinely laughed out loud so much. It was so well done. It was well executed. I think a lot of the times this game hit really well with me in terms of just that Paper Mario aesthetic. There's something about Paper Mario that hits different. I think it's just the way the characters interact with each other. And I thought Color Splash's dialogue was hilarious, but I enjoyed it even more here because we got permanent characters that were with us for certain amounts of times. Like, we had Bobby, who I will never, ever, ever forget. Spoilers, if you know, you know. And even your partner, what the fuck was her name? Limo, Fucko. I don't remember what the fuck her name, but she was really cool. There was a lot of heartwarming moments in the game, and it was just really well done Paper Mario, and I hope we get another one sooner than later. I know the combat system was a little divisive because it was more puzzle based almost than it is RPG, and the developers have said they want to change it up every time, but I had a lot of fun with it. And obviously the music was so fucking good. So very happy overall with Paper Mario and the Origami King. Then again, we got another monthly break in August, and moving on to September. In September, we got the rumor that had started from the beginning of the year and had finally come to I can't fucking say words, fruition, Jesus. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Right now, this game obviously met a bit of controversy online in terms of, oh, why didn't they fully remake 64, certain aspects in there, or to this day, the mystery of why is it leaving on March 31st? Who knows? But if we're just talking on a pure game basis, I was so happy when this game was revealed and when I was playing it, man. Playing Mario 64 on the go, playing Mario Sunshine in bed was surreal, playing Super Mario Galaxy in a handheld was awesome. It's like Galaxy looked gorgeous in HD, Sunshine looks amazing. It's like all these games look super great, they play super great, and it was just an excuse for, it was weird to see Sunshine for the first time, like, popping on the timeline in so long, right? And people really experiencing whether they love it or hate it, and obviously Galaxy getting universal praise. 64 again could have been more updated, but I still think it's a fantastic game, and overall I really enjoyed this collection. They could have done more. I know that they could have added more extra features, galleries, stuff like that, but just on a having the game basis, I was so fucking happy with this. And then October, it's kind of like a mini stacked month, so we have a few things. We had Mario 35 released. Now Mario 35 is kind of their equivalent of Tetris 99 of the year, where you have 35 Marios racing around the map. You're trying to eliminate as many as you can. I had fun with this game. I think this one is very much you have fun with it for a week or two. I didn't find it as like engaging as Tetris 99, where they would have these cool themes you could unlock that would make you want to go back every week or two. I thought it would hook me more. I do hope they update this game. I know it's supposed to go away in March 31st, but I hope maybe they update it to look like Mario World, or maybe update it to look like Mario 2 or Mario 3. Like, I think that would keep keep it engaging and fun in the long term. But either way, I thought it was a cute little fun eShop release in there. We also had Mario Kart Home Circuit, which was like a surprise hit. It was a very fun little stream I did with that thing, and I think overall it's a fun device. If you are a kid, you are gonna lose your mind over this, but again, for older people, it was at least a fun ride to just try out and play. It's definitely more of like a, if you're a streamer, it's more fun than it would be solo. But either way, really fun little toy release they have in there. Cool stuff with that. They also had No More Heroes 1 and 2 remastered that finally came out. That was something people have asked for years and years and years, and finally No More Heroes 1 and 2 are on Switch, and again, they hold up really well. Obviously, a lot of the humor and stuff is very old school style that not necessarily everybody will jive with today, but if you clear your mind, enjoy the insanity that is Travis and his addiction to wanting to have sex with the fucking girl, I don't know, it's a whole fucked up thing. There's a lot of fucking, a lot of swearing, but either way, crazy stuff, and you love to see it. And then of course my baby, the homie, the goatee, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. That's right, baby. But yeah, no, me as the side about Pikmin 3 Deluxe, I really thought Pikmin 3 was an awesome game. I enjoyed it on the Wii U, but I loved it even more here. I think again, that game is so relaxing. It's such a different vibe than most Nintendo games, and I really do think if at some point it's a little cheaper, like $40 or something, definitely pick it up if you haven't. Very good. I really like the extra missions they added. They weren't anything crazy, but they were really fun and engaging, and I just, again, I had a great time. I'm a big Pikmin fan. I know Miyamoto is passionate about it, and I don't know if Pikmin 4 is real or not. Who knows? We'll never know, truly. And in November, the grand finale, we had Age of Calamity Hyrule Warriors. That's right. I'm in the middle of playing this now, so I'm not really done with it. I want to do a review when I am, but I am loving this game, man. The gameplay is super addictive. The art style is so well done. The story is shockingly really engaging and good. It's like, I'm not blown away, but I'm way more happy than I even thought I was going to be. I knew I was going to enjoy it because I loved Hyrule Warriors, the original, and I love Breath of the Wild, but having this be a combination of those, that's so well done. It's addictive. There's so many side tasks to do and all that. I really think it's done well. And again, today we found that it's already sold 3 million copies, which is a record for a Musou game to do in like that amount of time in general. Like, that is amazing. This game is gonna definitely sell 7 to 10 million copies, maybe, just because it has the Breath of the Wild characters and aesthetics in there. It's in the holiday season. This game is gonna do super well. I'm very happy for Koei Tecmo. Please, Nintendo and Koei, keep fucking. And that's it for the major release. Now, aside from that, we did have a lot of DLC for stuff, right? Most notably, we had Pokemon, which got its 2 expansions. We're finally done with kind of doing the third versions of games, and now we're doing expansions with Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. And I gotta say, these 2 DLCs, I would say they were fun. I definitely think they raised the kind of joy, well, the lack of joy people had for the game, and made it a little better. People, now there was way more Pokemon. They fleshed out some of the mechanics and ideas. You can definitely tell Game Freak is getting better and adapting to now being on console. Again, obviously, the whole mess of Sword and Shield is something I don't want to get into or ever talk about ever again. But either way, it seems like they're getting a bit better, and hopefully it's a step forward into the right direction for future titles. And Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Had a very, I would say, interesting year. Obviously, aside from drama and shit that happened in the community, whether right now or in the summer, it hasn't been the best year for Smash in terms of the competitive. But on a pure game basis, we got 3 major characters in there. Well, major depending on who you ask. In January, we ended Fighter Pass 1 with Byleth, which set the internet on fire, to be frankly honest. And I don't blame the internet for it. I understand having another Fire Emblem character in that game wasn't necessarily the best choice ever. But hey, I enjoyed the character. They were fun. They were cool. And I was happy I was right. We also had Min Min join in from ARMS. And again, another cool character. I would say they have a really unique moveset. They're very different from the rest of the cast. They should be in Smash, but obviously it is still at its core an ARMS character, so there's only so much excitement you can drum up for it. But the big one, I think this is just one of the most notable moments of 2020, would be Steve joining Smash Bros. This, I'll never forget this. It broke Twitter. Reacting to this was insane. It was a character that for years I thought, this is a meme character, it'll never happen, and he's in the game now, and he's one of the most fun characters in the game. It's one of the most weird, it's one of the most unique, and it's still surreal to me that Steve from Minecraft is in Smash Bros. Like, what the fuck is going on? What happened? And of course, Animal Crossing has been getting updates all year long, whether it's different events, whether it's like the Easter one or the holiday one or the Christmas one or now the Thanksgiving one. It's like there's so many events that keep coming to the game, and that's why people keep coming back. You know, not only does it continue to sell, but you're keeping people engaged with new updates, new features, and all that jazz. Hello, this is Fidel from the future. I forgot to mention Mario Maker 2 also early in the year got a big expansion which added adding worlds in there, which I actually really loved and was very addicted to for a long time. Really cool update. Alright, Future Fidel out. And SNES Online continued to get updates and all this stuff. And of course, we got our third-party stuff. We got our SpongeBob's Rehydrated. We got our Streets of Rage 4. We got Hades, which is still a Switch console exclusive as opposed to PC. And a bunch of other stuff. You know, it's so... Overall, I would say, you know, when I'm looking at this entire thing we've reviewed, I would say it was a great year, especially given the circumstances. I would say on a regular year, I would say it was good, but I think given the circumstance of 2020, it was great. We got some really cool ports. We got some solid first, like, new games, but it wasn't enough to necessarily keep everybody engaged. And, you know, it's not like we're sitting here, aside from Animal Crossing, which was a massive demon, looking at the rest of the games and be like, these were crazy, you know, these were the big ones. I would say it's definitely comparable to 2018, because I remember in 2018, aside from Smash, which came out in December, the rest of the year was like, what was it? It was like fucking Mario Tennis, Octopath, Mario Party, and like some other things. Yeah, it was not necessarily notable. So I would say this is definitely, I would say a step up from 2018 in that sense, but nowhere near, I would say, 2017 or 2019. But again, given the circumstance of the world, I thought it was a really solid year. I had a lot of games that stood out to me. I'm loving Age of Calamity, Paper Mario, and Animal Crossing for me are kind of my standouts. Obviously, Hades is one of them too. Streets of Rage 4. Oh my god, Ori 2 came out. There was a lot of good stuff, man. Again, not the craziest year, not the best year, but solid enough. And obviously, I want to make a separate video where we talk about Nintendo's 2021 lineup predictions, all that stuff. I can't believe we're almost at that time of the year. Crazy stuff. Guys, let me know what you thought about this year's lineup. Let me know if you hated it, if you loved it. Be cool, be respectable, be hype, and be happy. I love you guys. See you all next time. Peace out. I love you. Subscribe for more and all that jazz.